Good morning, everybody. My name is Anders Peter Adamsen. I'm from Agro Business Park in Denmark, and I will give you some information about a survey we did on your needs of your industry of skills and competences in 2030. Or your outline of my presentation will be introduce you to a work package 2, which was a work package we did this in. And this was based, the design of the questionnaire was based on some initial work in focus groups, and I'll give you a description of the survey and some challenges related to a data collection and presentation of conclusions from the analysis, and also how we will use the results. The aim of the survey was to understand your future educational needs of the bio-based industries in 2030. And the questionnaire, the survey will give information, and also when we compared with a similar survey of the educational programs offered by the educational institutions in Europe, should give a more accurate alignment between your offered educations and your sector's needs. In order to design the questionnaire, exploratory work was done in focus groups, and we did interviews, not us, but all your partners in UrBIOfuture project did interviews with professionals in 8 different countries. And we collected this information to define indicators and questions to be included. And information should support your understanding of the gaps between your industrial needs and your delivered training or your offered training programs. And also doing all this, and especially when we talk about specific competences, we also used this strategic innovation and research agenda from the Bio-Based Industries Consortium. The questionnaire itself consists of some sections. There was a general information about the respondents. There was a section about with questions on general competences and expected educational levels in 2030, and there was a similar section with specific competences, and then there was a section with questions about what the respondents regarded as the most important competences in their opinions. And the whole time to complete this survey was around 45 minutes. And the questionnaire was made in English, in German, and in Spanish, and it was sent to more than 2,000 stakeholders in Europe, stakeholders in the bio-based industries. And it was multiple choice questions, and then there was some open questions, so people could give more detailed information. And it was done in an online tool called Live Survey. Of these 2,000 stakeholders, or more than 2,000 stakeholders, about 500 responded, and around 150 actually finished the 2 first sections and were included in the analysis. And here are some of the results. Yes, there is a description of the respondents. Most of the people came from manager or professional positions, and the educational levels was that there was master and PhD levels dominating, and in general people have more than 6 years experience in the bio-based industries. And if you look at the distribution of the company sizes, it is okay distribution between small companies and big companies. This is a number of employees. And here is just very short, where did people come from? So where was the headquarters and where was people working, the respondent working. Most of the people actually came from Spain, but also from Germany, Denmark, and Belgium, and then it goes down, as you can see on your picture. And if we look about which industrial sector they came from, then biotechnology was dominating, but also agriculture and pharmaceuticals, chemical and food products. Okay, so now we go to some of the results. First, I will go to what was scoring of the general competences by respondents. We ask respondents, which of all these do you think are most important? And we calculate a score. You can see that in the right column here, where 100 was the highest, and then it was proportional downwards. And research and innovation was scored highest or ranked highest, but also personal initiatives and entrepreneurship was quite high, and then it goes down. And when we came to the general competences section, we have these different competences people were asked, and in each time they were asked about this one, and then was some sub-competences. And there's a lot of data in the report, so I'll just give some examples. So this is for the one that was highest prioritized or ranked by respondents. And here you can see some of the sub-competences, which one you think is most important. And here it is, for instance, innovation and change. And then you here can see a score which is 100. And then you can see different educational levels. So you have the professionals here, you have undergraduate, you have master, and you have PhD, and you have a distribution here. And that's what people expect in 2030. That's a qualification the respondents expected people to have in 2030 in order to carry out these skills. And if we go to a specific competences section, which is mostly relevant for bio-based industries, we have these 5 different categories. And again, I just show one example. This is also the one that scored highest in what the respondents said was needed. And here you have, this was specialist in bio-based sector, business and market development. And for instance, here the bio-based market knowledge and techno-economic expertise was ranked highest, and they expect 61% of the people hired in 2030 or employed in 2030 to have a master degree. As I said, it was a lot of information. So more, how will these results be used? And it will be compared with a similar survey of the offered educational programs that also be presented today. So, and based on that, there will come up a comparison, and there will be some ideas about what is needed, advices for educational programs in EU in the future. So, and that's our contact information. Thank you for your attention.